Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 281, Wrong Cops. My name is Eric.
I am known as Jason.
In some circles, yes.
Hi. Hey, I just noticed the Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
The Blue Beetle's in the office.
Yes, he is.
Protecting us.
Yes.
Watching over us.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little off-put.
Oh?
Yeah. By you.
Yeah. Because I said something about the Blue Beetle?
No.
Do I smell like fish?
You may. I haven't gotten that close to you yet today. But your facial area.
Oh, that's right.
Is disturbing me.
I changed my face.
You did. You no longer look like Jason Young.
I look like the new Jason Young. I'm like a butterfly who's just shed his cocoon. Yeah, for the first time in a half a dozen years, I have no beard.
Yeah.
And it looks weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see my glorious dimples now.
You can. Yeah, those are pretty cute.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm smiling right now. You can probably see them over the airwaves.
Over the internet, yeah. But it wouldn't be so bad if you had completely shaved the beard.
Oh, right.
No.
But I left the mustache.
You did.
Yeah. I figured I would rock the mustache for a week, and it's been a couple days, and I'm starting to fall in love with it. I don't know. We'll have to see in 5 more days what happens.
So basically by the next episode we should find out.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, callers calling, and it's like when Robin died.
Oh, yeah.
If we get more votes to keep the mustache, I'll keep the mustache. If we get more votes to lose the mustache, I'll lose the mustache.
All right, it seems fair.
Yeah.
I'm voting for lose it.
Well, I vote for it, so we cancel each other out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we can't vote. I will just do it that way.
It's not great. I think the thing that's really killing it for me is that you've got it like not quite a Fu Manchu style.
Oh, right, but it kind of bleeds down past my lips just a little bit. Yeah.
It's just horrible 70s porn dad.
I could go with that moniker. I don't know about horrible. But yeah. Porn dad. I like porn dad.
70s porn dad.
Yeah, okay. I was born in the 70s.
Mm. It's true.
But other than that, things are alright.
Yeah, other than that, things are fine, yeah. You?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
things are good.
Good to hear,
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's been a while since this has happened.
It has, probably. Sort of.
We did an episode last week, but that was in a strange land with strange people.
Yeah, that was fun. We were a little drunk.
I wasn't.
Oh, well, I was.
I was super tired.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like drunk.
Right.
Just without any of the negative aspects to it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't wake up with a hangover. I woke up refreshed.
Oh, well, see? Well, that's good. People just go out every Saturday and get sleepy.
Yeah.
It'd be cheaper.
Uh-huh.
You know? Yeah, and you wake up refreshed.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you probably heard if you listened, but we went to Appleseed in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, we did.
It was a cool.
We talked about it, I think.
Yeah, it was a cool show.
A little. Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, you had fun.
I did poorly
You did poorly, though.
Sales-wise. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the lowest amount of stuff I've ever sold anywhere when I tried to exhibit something. But it was a fun show, and I would go back as an attendee, not as an exhibitor, maybe, unless I had Jim Stranko at my table.
Well, I mean, the one thing going for it is that it's, the tables are free.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like you're losing money on
Exactly,
that.
right.
And I think we were just in a bad location.
We were literally in the back corner.
Yeah.
Next to an empty table.
Yep.
I mean,
two empty tables.
That probably was, like, honestly the worst seat in the house. But,
yeah.
But I'm not gonna try, a craftsman doesn't blame his tools. I just have shitty things I try to sell to people.
No, I don't think it's that. I really don't. I do think that location is a factor at shows.
Right. Yeah.
We were just in a place where people were just easily glancing over.
Right. Yeah.
And also the fact with the convention is you never know.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot. Like it could happen this weekend and I would make $100.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly.
It just depends on who's there and like the weather, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you just have no clue what is going to happen when you go to a convention. Right. And there's nothing you can do to prepare one way or the other.
Right. Yeah, I've done shows before where I was hoping to sell $10 and I sold like 10 times that. So,
right.
You just never know. Yeah. But it was super fun, and I think Appleseed's a cool show. I definitely thought it was a good time.
And downtown Fort Wayne is a pretty nice area.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like driving in was a little scary. Like, oh wow, every other building is boarded up.
Right.
But yeah, once we were right downtown, it was.
I thought you were talking about how I drove on the wrong side of the road.
Well, we had an adventure. We didn't talk about any of that actually.
Yeah.
Because we were almost hit by a live animal.
Yep.
A deer ran across the highway at us while we were driving.
Yep.
Like it looked like it was within a couple of feet of our car.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you swerved and missed it, and it was impressive. And I was in the passenger seat, and it was heading right for the passenger side door, so that would have been scary.
It was like when we went up, it was raining, and it was like nighttime. And I was on this strange rural highway.
Yeah, it was a weird highway.
And, in the distance, I saw this thing happening, and I didn't know what was going on. And as we got closer, it was two deer fighting, on the side of the road.
I didn't even notice the second one.
Oh yeah, there were two of them. And, as we approached, one of them split the opposite direction.
Okay.
And then one of them came right towards us.
Yeah, it was scary. And it was kind of like slow-mo, like, he was just getting closer and closer to our car, and you were swerving and swerving, and
well, it was just I was trying to figure out in a split second what my options were,
right?
Because he was crossing the highway no matter what, and I thought, do I slam on my brakes and just let him go, or and just whatever I did the right thing.
Yeah,
I know that much.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
you were like a driving ace right then. Because it was within feet of our car. And did it turn around and go back the way?
No, it crossed.
Did it cross all the way? Okay. Wow. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
And then when we got into town, the GPS, you were relying on the GPS and it was turn left here. And you're like, all right.
Yep.
And you turn left and it was the wrong way on a one-way street.
Yep.
And there were cars coming. It wasn't, it wasn't like in an empty street. It was they were coming right at us and honking.
Yep.
But that wasn't all your fault.
Not entirely.
It was only 80% your fault.
I'm gonna go 70.
Okay. Yeah. 70. We'll split 75.
Sure. Okay.
All right. The other 25% was clearly Brian John Mitchell's fault. That was an adventure. Yeah. It was a fun little adventure.
But then we got to the hotel and I parked and didn't drive again until we left. So,
which was, safe for everyone.
Yes.
Wildlife and, passersby. So do you think the deer made it across? Cause, we were, obviously, we're in the right-hand side of the overall highway cause, that's how it works. And, it passed from our right to the left to the median. Do you think it crossed all the way? Did you see it?
I think it crossed all the way.
Oh wow. Okay. So it's safe.
Yeah. Well, at least until it got to I
wonder if it ended up
westbound side of the highway or whatever.
I wonder if it ended up in a graveyard talking to a cop.
It's possible. It's possible. So we watched a movie called Wrong Cops.
Wrong Cops.
Which is okay, I was thinking about this. I don't know how many movies Quentin Depew, or however you pronounce his name, is. I don't know how many movies he's made, but we've reviewed his 3 biggest ones. And I would say he's probably the most reviewed director.
On Gutter Trash?
On Gutter Trash.
Really? Really, maybe. I can't think of one we've done 3 by.
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he wins.
Yeah. So apparently we're huge fans.
Well, the first 2, this is our 3rd one.
Yeah.
So the first 2...
I think this is his 3rd one too.
Okay.
He may have directed like one before Rubber.
Or like a short film or something.
Yeah, but he's definitely done 3 movies.
Because we reviewed Rubber.
We reviewed Rubber.
And Wrong.
Yep.
And then now, Wrong Cops. Yeah. And, like, when we watched Wrong, I was like, this will be cool because Rubber was pretty great.
Right.
And then when we watched Wrong, I was like, wow, this is even better.
Yeah.
I dare say Wrong Cops was the best of the 3.
I disagree.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Which one do you think?
Wrong is definitely my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think this one is the worst of the 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
I think it had some problems.
Yeah.
I actually got bored.
Oh, really?
With some of it, and I thought some of it, just fell flat, just some of the jokes and some of the weirdness.
Right. Yeah.
And it just wasn't weird enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there were moments that were super weird.
Right.
But I feel as a whole Wrong was just from beginning to end just mind-bogglingly weird.
I kept thinking during this movie I want to watch Wrong again because I saw Rubber like 3 times.
Yeah. I've seen Wrong about 3 times, I think.
Okay, I've only saw it the once. I would definitely like to watch that one again. But this one being fresh in my mind, I would say it's my favorite, but, I don't know, maybe, because I loved Wrong. I loved it. And I love how there was like a nod to Wrong and Rubber in Wrong Cops.
Oh yeah. Well, the nod to Wrong is bigger, as it's, like a quasi-sequel. Cause, the main cop is, the same guy from the movie Wrong.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a scene where, a couple of girls are watching a movie and, it's Rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they talk about how great it is.
Yeah.
And then they show the movie for 4 seconds, they just keep flashing back to it.
Yep. And then, the main character from Wrong is, out walking his dog at one point and, sees something that, weirds him out, and then he just shrugs and leaves.
It's cool to tie it all in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in this world, Rubber is a fictional movie.
Right.
It's not part of the same world, but it's in that world.
Right.
The movie is in that world. So that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, this apparently takes place in the world of Wrong.
Yeah.
Also, I think the one thing that Wrong has over Wrong Cops is, William Fichtner, with his weird Asian accent character, but clearly just a white dude.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some great actors in this movie. There's a couple people that, there's one guy that I just don't like.
Marilyn Manson?
No, I thought he was fine.
Eric Wareheim?
Yeah, that's the one.
Of course.
Of Tim and Eric.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's awful.
Right. Yeah, he's not great.
No.
But he was alright in this.
He was alright in this, but, and then I think that you and I both have talked about it before on the show, that, we kind of loathe Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
and everything about it.
We're not fans. I'm not a fan.
I've heard, Tim Heidecker on, various podcasts, and every single time I hear him, I'm just like, you are the fucking worst. You're the fucking worst. I don't get why people love it.
I don't think I've heard any of their stuff outside of Tim and Eric before this, even, that I know of. I didn't recognize them if I did, but yeah, Tim and Eric just grates on my nerves.
Yeah. And yeah, they continue to, when they're not even together.
Right.
At least Tim does. Tim Heidecker. He's fucking awful. I don't get it. Like, I don't get what comedians and normal people, I don't get what they love about them so much.
Right.
Cause they're awful.
Yeah, but whatever. More power to them if they're making a living at it. And people like it. If people like it, that's fine.
And those people are wrong people. But Eric Wareham's in this, and he is,
he's alright.
He's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Zach Galifianakis role in this movie. Like,
I guess
maybe it's the beard. I don't know, but
it could be.
But
I don't much care for that guy either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like usually a take it or leave it kind of person with me.
Yeah.
Like, I like him a lot in Bored to Death, but other than that, I'm not a huge fan.
Right.
But this movie's, it's kind of like a more surreal, fucked up version of Reno 911.
Yeah.
Because it's just all the weird stuff these cops do, and it's pretty fucked up.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Again, like, it's hard to say that there's a main cop in this movie, or a main character, but the one that seems to get focused on the most is, Officer Duke.
Yeah.
Who was in Wrong.
And like the movie kind of opens and sort of ends on his character. So.
Yeah. But apparently he, sells weed to the greater, community of, whatever city they patrol in. Stuffed in dead rats.
Yeah. Because it's more nonchalant. What did he say? It was like,
discreet.
Yeah, more discreet. Yeah, he'll cut open dead rats and put the weed in little bags inside and then duct tape the rats back together. Mm-hmm. Or electrical tape. Yeah. Discreet.
Yeah.
He's got some good clients too. He's got even like a movie star.
Or director or something. Yeah. Bob.
Right.
Who makes,
number movies?
Or, numerical movies.
Numerical movies, yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is it sequels, maybe? Like number 2, number 3?
I don't know. He said there are no stars in them.
Yeah. That's right, he did.
Who was played, by, Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some good actors in this movie.
Oh, yeah. I think, most of the actors in this movie were pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that plays Duke is pretty great. Officer Duke. What's the officer, the musician officer?
Officer Ruff.
Ruff, that's right.
Played by, he was also in Wrong. He was the landscaper in Wrong. And in this movie he plays a cop who desperately wants to be a musician, who also has, one eye and some sort of malformed skull thing happening.
He's pretty great too.
Music plays a big role in this movie.
Yeah?
Techno music mostly.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. It's not just because the Officer Ruff is a techno musician.
Right.
But there's other elements that are unrelated.
Yeah.
That involve techno music, like Marilyn Manson's listening to techno.
Right. And he gets, later we discover that he gets kidnapped to, experience what real techno music is like.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's also another guy who gets shot on accident and thrown into the trunk, and techno music is playing while he sort of drifts out of consciousness, and it's the only thing that keeps him from feeling the pain.
Right.
So yeah, it does have like kind of a big role.
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't think about that.
I just realized that we don't really learn his final fate.
We don't, do we?
No.
Huh. In my mind, he lives on to join Officer Ruff and create some great music.
Right. That's a great scene in that movie. So hard to talk about this movie.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with Quentin Dupieux's movies, they're sort of linear as far as like there's story elements.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's a lot of like tangents and surreal
things that happen for seemingly no reason.
Yeah, other than entertainment value.
Right, yeah.
Cause it's like almost incredibly artsy, almost.
Right.
But it's so funny throughout that you're like, he doesn't take it too seriously. He's just having fun, but it's awesome.
There's a moment at the end of the movie where, like, a character gives a speech, and I'm just like, oh, this is, like, super arty. This is, like, him saying, this is the point of my movie.
Right, yeah.
And I just started feeling like, really? You're gonna just cram this thing in here? And then, like, the same character, like, after he gives this speech, he's just like, I'm so stoned. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then, like, it's just, the way it plays out is just, like, I was laughing so hard, I honestly thought I was gonna hyperventilate. I was like, I'm having trouble breathing. Oh. If I have to die watching a movie, though, I wouldn't mind it being a Quentin Dupieux movie.
Right, yeah. Marilyn Manson is also in this movie, playing a teenager despite being 45 years old.
Right? And doing it pretty well.
Yeah, doing okay. Yeah. He's, not looking well.
He looks healthy to me. Like, I thought he always kind of looked unhealthy.
Yeah. Well,
so now he's a little chubbier.
He's a little chubby.
Filled out.
I mean, I don't know how well he's doing his rock star thing with that extra weight.
Right. I'm sure, like wearing that like leather short pants, that might not look as good. But you know what? Like I have nothing against some early Marilyn Manson music.
Oh,
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I've kind of just like I never
the rest of his career.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about him in 15 years or whatever.
Right.
So. But yeah, it's cool to see that he's doing some different stuff.
Sure. And they're still putting out music, I know that much.
Are they?
I just have zero interest in listening to anything past, or Antichrist Superstar.
Right. Yeah, I was in high school when I think the first 2 or 3 came out, and that's about, the last time I was really into it.
Uh-huh.
But I do think Portrait of American Family is still a pretty rockin' album.
Oh, it's a pretty great album. Mm-hmm. And Antichrist Superstar is pretty good too. Yeah. And after that, like, zero interest.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just like, whatever. Mm-hmm. After that.
Well, for me, Antichrist is where like, Portrait of American Family to me is like, almost a joke. Like, it's just these dudes rocking out and they're like, we're kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then we're not taking ourselves too, we're just making scary looking music and scary sounding music and just metal and, techno.
Some weird industrial elements.
Yeah, and then, we just got a good sense of humor about ourselves. Like, I'm called Marilyn Manson. That's crazy, right?
Right.
And then, like,
Madonna Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. And then, Antichrist Superstar came out and was like, no. We're all taking this super seriously.
Right, yeah.
And then that's when it just lost all appeal for me.
Maybe they just got rich enough that they afforded the kind of drugs that are not good for your brain.
Oh, yeah, could be.
That's probably what it was, because I'm sure they were just smoking weed and maybe occasionally doing some cocaine or something during the first one. So, yeah, it's too bad. Drugs, kids. Stay with only buy the drugs that are inside of rats.
Exactly.
Maybe fish.
Yeah, maybe fish.
Not the band fish. The drugs in that band are no good.
I think we can take the entire drug phrase out of that sentence.
Right.
That band is no good.
The band's no good. So wrong cops.
Wrong cops.
So yeah, if you like watching cops do fucked up things.
Sure.
Like if you liked Reno 911 and you also like to experiment with like hallucinogens.
Sure.
This might be your thing.
Like I said, it's I think my least favorite of Quentin D's movies, but
QD.
I still enjoyed it, and if you liked the other two, then give this one a watch.
It really makes me want to watch Wrong a second time.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He definitely likes to use a lot of the same actors in his stuff.
Yeah.
I think most of the cast was in, one of the other two movies.
Right.
Yeah.
And a couple of the cast were in Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sarah, Laura Palmer's parents.
Yeah, basically, both of them, yeah.
Which, hey, if you're a Twin Peaks fan, you can go ahead and listen to the Viewmasters. We're currently on our 3rd episode of Twin Peaks.
Do you need 2 listeners? Because you've already got 1. I listen.
We could use more than 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, go ahead, guys. Guys and gals. Yeah, I've been listening.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Check it out.
Yeah.
It's the best podcast on the Gutter Trash Network. I do believe. Well, maybe Savage Fincast. I've never heard that one.
Well, that one's definitely the most popular one.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
okay. Yeah. It's because neither one of us are involved.
Exactly. Maybe we should get you your own solo podcast, see how that goes for you.
I should.
Yeah.
I could review mini comics.
You could, yeah. Well, you and someone else, maybe.
Right.
You and Matt Brassfield?
I don't know. I don't know if I would want to review mini comics with Matt Brassfield. Maybe, 80s music
with
Matt Brassfield.
There
we
you
could take 80s records and,
That'd be kind of awesome.
Debate the merits of, Dr. Feelgood versus, Too Fast for Love.
Right, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
It is. Yeah, I thought a couple of it was, a couple scenes were really slow and I just thought sometimes it was just trying too hard to be super weird and just not really getting it.
I think there could have been a couple things to cut out, like, this, and maybe it's just my, predisposed dislike of Tim and Eric.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there was a few scenes of Tim and Eric, where he's like, trying to look at women's breasts.
Yeah.
And like those were probably the weakest parts of the movie for me.
It didn't really pay off or anything.
Right. It wasn't that funny, and like you said, like it felt like it was building towards something, and it just it was like, oh, she's just being weird. And, those were probably my least, and which is odd because I love women's breasts, and you would think like scenes that sort of revolve around that would play right into my interests. But, no, it was like the weakest part of the film.
Yeah. And it didn't really tie into anything else. Like everything else, even with as random as it seemed, all seemed to be
cohesive.
Yeah, except for his scenes. And again, that just may be our bias against him, but
it was more just like trying to say like, hey, here's just another example of how weird these cops are, or how wrong they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Bad Lieutenant, by Salvador Dali.
Right.
Yeah. It's good. Very good.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say without just ruining parts of the movie.
Yeah, because, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
It's strange and funny.
Yeah.
And surreal.
Yep.
And if you like that humor, you'll like it. And if you don't like that humor, it'll probably be excruciating for you.
Yeah.
If you're not into surreal, weird comedy.
Right. But lots of recognizable faces. You'll be watching. It's like, hey, I know that guy from that thing.
Yeah. Right. Like, there's the neighbor from That 70s Show.
Right. Yeah. John LaJoie is in it. He's from The League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He plays Taco.
Ah.
Other people.
Yeah. Like Laura Palmer's parents.
Yeah. Right then. I'll take a break.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be right back.
doesn't seem to move at all. But Oxy's dead, I'll just make sure. Pick this book up off the floor. It's the spider. It's the spider. Creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly, creepy crawly. He's come to a sneaky end. Don't think he will ever mend. Left the more where he crawled out. He's embedded in the ground. It's the spider. It's the spider.
Oh, hey, welcome back. I thought you were doing your Spider-Man impression, but you're telling me it's okay to start. Because a while ago you did your Spider-Man impression where you like do the Ronnie James deal. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So hi.
Hello.
How are things?
How are things? Things are okay.
Cool.
Yeah. We went to Fort Wayne, Indiana last week. We talked about that a little bit. Brian John Mitchell got incredibly drunk and was a little embarrassing. Especially when we went out to dinner.
What? Oh.
Where he just kept swearing at the top of his lungs.
He did say the F word a few times.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Yeah.
But it didn't bother me as much because I had also been drinking a lot.
Right. Although you were the one who said something about him.
Oh, was I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. See, even I'm so responsible, even when drunk. I'm like, can't please keep it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time. He came back and spent the night with me.
Yeah.
We went shopping the next morning. He bought like 87 canvases at Michael's.
Yeah.
He cleaned them out. And he got 40% off because he had a coupon. So
Yeah,
he
nice.
did well.
Yeah. Michael's likes to give off their 40% off coupons.
To make things about retail price.
I guess. Yeah.
Because I have bought things there before at 40% off that were the same price afterwards.
Yeah.
That a regular store has at a regular price. So,
Yeah.
it happens. But yeah, they've got good stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Brian John Mitchell.
John Mitchell.
Anything else fun going on this week?
Not really.
Did you read anything good?
Just the book that I'm gonna pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I went to a scrapbooking place yesterday with my girlfriend, and we were looking for white gel pens, and found them, and they were roughly about the same price as you can get them from Jet Pens. So
Yeah, nice.
yeah, so yeah, that worked out.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now you can draw sparkly things.
Now I can. Well, that's a different pen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the gel pen regular for? It has like white kind of gel, or is it black gel?
It's white.
Okay.
Yeah. The kind that I use, the kind that your girlfriend uses.
I've never used one. I've never had a gel pen.
The white gel pen?
Yeah.
That your girlfriend has and ordered the last time that we all made that last
That's what I'm
massive.
saying. That's what I'm saying is I've never used it.
Well,
So
why not?
I don't know what it looks like.
It looks like a pen that has white ink in it.
I mean, the result of using it. I don't know what that result looks like.
It's white.
Right. Right, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. I just asked a question. Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, you've seen me use it. Hundreds. I used it most of the weekend last weekend when doing my sketches.
Really?
Yeah.
A white gel pen.
The white gel pen.
Interesting.
Like on that Venom drawing that I did that you liked.
Okay.
Like I used
was
that
the white
for
gel
like,
pen?
like detail. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
On like a solid black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you can add a little detail.
So that's cool. That's good.
I used it yesterday on the thing I was drawing.
Right. Nice. I've never used one.
You should get one. It's useful.
Yeah.
Instead of using like whiteout or paint or whatever
Right.
for like just little things.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like something I could use.
You could, yeah. I'm surprised you don't have one. I'm surprised, that you haven't used one. This seems like a major error on your part.
Right? Well, I've got so many, though. So many major errors. It's hard to focus in on one.
Like that mustache?
Like the mustache.
Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't really done anything else. Met my girlfriend's mom over the weekend.
Cool.
That was fun. Yeah, nothing else. But, the week prior to Appleseed, you went to Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it a little bit, but, not a ton.
Yeah.
So, why don't you relay some tales from that?
Yeah, it was fun.
Like, how did this happen?
Well, my, I love to go to TCAF, the Toronto Comic Arts Festival. It's like my favorite thing. And, I did not plan on going this year at all. And then, like, kind of out of the blue, my friend Chris he's like, hey, I'm gonna go to TCAF and I don't have anybody to go with me. He's like, why don't you ride along with me? And I was like, oh, I'm trying not to spend like a load of money.
Right.
And he's like,
and going to Canada would be spending a load of money.
Exactly. Because, I mean, you get the hotel, the travel.
Right.
And then plus, like, once you're there, there's all kinds of artists there selling stuff and you're like, ugh. But he basically convinced me by promising, a cheap trip for me because, he was getting a hotel and,
right.
I was like, yeah, all right. So I'll ride along. So we left after he got off work. Or no, his sister got married on the Friday that we left. And he's like, as soon as that's over, we can leave. So we left.
Yeah, sounds like a good guy.
Well, to be fair, she just like went downtown and like filed the paperwork. It wasn't like a ceremony, but they like got together for lunch afterwards. Yeah. So we left at like 9:00 at night. Yeah. Like I thought we were going to leave at like 5 or 6, but we ended up leaving at like 9. And we just drove and drove. And then at like 5 a.m, we stopped driving and like we were awake the whole time. We just were talking and hanging out. And at 5 a.m, we stopped and we pulled over at a Tim Hortons / gas station.
Uh-huh.
And,
what?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's Canada.
Fucking Canada.
And we went in and the gas station was open, but the Tim Hortons had not yet opened. They opened at 5 and this was like 4:45.
Yeah.
And so we hung around and then we had breakfast at Tim Hortons and then we slept for an hour in their parking lot and then we drove on to Toronto and we went to the show. And like we spent, the day at the show and then by like 3:00 we were just like, I felt like I was in another world, cause I was like,
you felt like you were drunk.
I did, yeah. Sleepy drunk. Only I wasn't saying the F word too loud. And, so yeah, we just crashed and then, we enjoyed the show. We went to a couple panels, this was fun. I went to, a panel that had a bunch of awesome people on it. It had Nate Powell, Diana Tamblyn, Nick Bertazzi.
Is she related to
Dr. Jacoby?
Yeah, Russ Tamblyn and Amber Tamblyn.
I didn't ask her. She's Canadian. I don't know. She's from Montreal or I don't know. I don't know where she's from. But yeah, no, it was a cool panel and like.
Who else was there? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Nick Bertozzi.
Okay.
Nick Bertozzi.
He's in charge of Dynamite, isn't he?
No,
that's a different guy.
This is a different guy. This guy, he does, he teaches comics. I don't know the Dynamite guy.
Okay.
Right. This guy teaches comics in New York and then he draws his own, like he did Rubbernecker and Lewis and Clark and some other stuff. But, he did the,
Lois and Clark?
he did the,
Superman?
The Watcher / MODOK stuff that bookended Strange Tales.
Okay, yeah.
He did that.
That was good.
Yeah, those are funny. He was super cool too. He was just super cool. I talked to him at his table. So yeah, there was some neat stuff. I went over to Chip Kid's table, as I mentioned in our last episode.
Yeah.
And, he signed my book for me. He was super nice. There was nobody at his table, which blew my mind. Yeah, there was just all kinds of neat stuff there. I didn't spend that much money. Like I tried to be good.
Right.
I spent like $50, which
that's pretty good
for me at that show is pretty good.
Yeah.
I've spent like over 200 before at that show.
Right.
But that's when I was
employed
and gainfully employed. Right. But yeah. What else do we do? We mostly just, unfortunately, I'm not a fan of elevators or heights.
Yeah.
But the hotel that he got our room was on the 15th floor.
Yeah.
So that was kind of excruciating for me. Like every time, like I would try to just leave for the day and not come back. Like on Sunday, I was like, let's just not come back until tonight, you know. 'Cause I don't like elevator rides. But, what else? I wasn't prepared to think about Canada.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I just can't. I think that's basically all we did was, we went to the pre-show party at this bar, the Pilot Bar, which I like the Pilot Bar, but I do not like the pre-show party because there's like 80 people in a spot that like 20 people should be.
Right.
And they're all yelling and drinking and I don't like that kind of stuff at all. Too many people.
Yeah.
It was good times. Good times.
Did, you sort of mentioned that last week to us in private about the elevator thing, cause it took me like about 3 trips to realize that you were riding in the elevator with us.
In Fort Wayne,
in
right.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
And then, that was odd cause I've never seen you ride in an elevator.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. Yeah, that's like,
So you facing your demon there, or you coming to terms?
I'm trying to learn to it.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, like, if we would have been on a reasonable floor, I would have taken the stairs every time,
right.
like, in Toronto. And then once I did that, I was like, well, I mean, we were on the 3rd floor in Fort Wayne, but I was like,
Fifth floor.
Fifth floor, I was like, I might as well just do the elevator. Like, I don't know, it's not like my biggest fear in the world, but it's just like the thing that I often do that I hate.
Yeah.
I just don't like it at all because I'm just claustrophobic.
Well, see, that's weird though, because like we were in a cramped fucking car for 4 hours driving up to Fort Wayne and back.
But that doesn't bother me at all.
But it was so much smaller.
But there's windows. My aunt, I was taking her for the longest time to Miami Valley Hospital for these like therapy sessions or whatever, like physical therapy. And we had to ride an elevator from the garage down, but it was a glass elevator, and that doesn't bother me at all. Like, I would honestly rather be trapped in a glass elevator for 3 hours than to spend 3 minutes riding a regular elevator.
Huh.
Like, honestly, I totally would. Like, every single time.
Well, the one in Fort Wayne had mirrors. Does that count?
It doesn't really help.
No.
Yeah. It at least had a TV. No, that was the one in Toronto.
Yeah.
There was one that had a TV that was like, that helped a little bit, because it was like a picture of the outside world, you know? Yeah. But like, I just feel like I'm in a coffin. Like a coffin that's encased inside of the wall of a building when I'm in an elevator. I fucking hate it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd rather be punched in the face and then dragged down the stairs than to ride the elevator.
I wish I would have known that.
Right? You wouldn't have drugged me down the stairs. You would have just punched me in the face and threw me in the elevator. But yeah, it was good times. Good times. Both good shows. 2 weeks in a row. I sold the same amount of stuff at both. even though I didn't have a table at one of them. Yeah.
Do anything else other than your shopping trip with Brian John Mitchell?
Yeah, I don't think so. I rode my bike to the library and got a copy of Gravity.
Okay.
Took it home and watched it. That was really good.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I guess it won some awards.
Yeah.
Which seems deserved.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a shitload of movies that came out last year. It definitely was not my favorite movie that I saw that came out last year.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that sentiment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
So this is a holiday weekend. You don't have a job, so it doesn't really matter to you.
Right.
That, some people have an extra day off that they normally don't have, but, you got any plans?
I might go hang out with my lady friend, possibly.
Yeah.
In the evening time. I think my mom is going to cook some hot dogs and veggie dogs.
Yeah.
And she invited Doogie and my brother's wife over.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you? Grilling out? Drinking some beers, bro?
No. I think the lady and I might go do something tonight, but she's been working all day, so who knows how she'll feel when she finally gets home.
Right.
Kinda hoping that maybe we're not going to be doing anything.
Like nothing outside of the house. You'll hang out.
Oh yeah, I'll hang out with her, but yeah. And then tomorrow my parents are having a cookout, so we'll be doing that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And otherwise nothing.
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Some drawing, probably maybe watch another movie. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I might go to the drive-in tonight.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited because it's been a couple years. It's been like 4 years since I've been in the drive-in.
It's probably because most of them are closed and it seems like an awful experience.
The last time I went, 2 skunks were running around my car the entire time.
Uh-huh.
But when I got home, I got to kiss a girl that I'd never kissed before.
Oh?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
That was, like, I remembered that today. I was like, that was the night we had our first kiss.
Aww.
Was after we went and watched Harold Ramis's Year Zero.
Yeah.
Or Year One, whatever it's called.
Right.
Pretty romantic movie.
Yeah.
Apparently. Maybe it was the skunk.
R.I.P. Harold Ramis.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird because, last Sunday when we got back into town, I went to go visit, my lady friend, for a little while, after you guys left. And, as I pulled onto the street, which, I don't know if I've said this, on the show or not, but, my girlfriend lives like 4 houses down from my parents.
Right. I can't remember if you'd mentioned on here or not.
Yeah. Which is like just super weird.
Yeah. That is weird.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on purpose.
No, yeah. So I pulled on to her street / my parents' street, and there was just like this horrible smell. And we figured out that there was a skunk somewhere in the neighborhood.
Huh.
And strongest concentration was like right at her house.
Ooh.
And my car smelled like skunk for like 3 days afterwards.
Nice.
And when I next talked to my parents, they were like, yeah, Sunday night, there was just like this horrible smell that came wafting through the house. And I was like, oh, it must have been a skunk or something.
So if I can pry, did you get to make out with your girlfriend that night?
Huh?
So maybe skunk pheromones. I'm gonna start wearing skunk juice, man. It works.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Just, in case you and your lady break up, or just to get extra ladies?
Well, no. Maybe like the third option of just, pleasing my lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Or the other two. That,
All right.
I'll wear skunk juice for the rest of my life. We'll see. I'll be knee deep in poon in a week. No, probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Good times here in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Why not? So, So what book did you read?
Oh, yeah. So, the book that I read that, we're gonna read, I hope.
Oh.
I mean,
I've never vetoed.
you haven't.
I did The Spirit.
Well, yeah, but that was a movie. It's, you kind of knew in advance that you just were gonna hate. Right. Even though I think you might kind of like it.
I don't know.
I think so. I think you would have some fun watching it.
The world will never know.
I guess not. So I don't see any reason why you would veto this book. But, stranger things have happened sometimes, so. But, we're gonna read a book that actually just came out.
Oh?
Like this past week. It just came out on Wednesday.
Hot off the shelves?
Hot off the shelves. And for me, hot off of the FedEx truck.
Nice.
Cause
you won't go in a comic shop?
I won't go. Not really. Although, I did spend like $50, at the show last weekend on comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I bought like 8 trade paperbacks, maybe more.
You got some good deals though.
Yeah. It was all half off, so. Yeah. And it was just about the amount of money that I wound up making at the show. So
that's perfect.
It all worked out.
Thanks for rubbing that in.
Hey, no problem. Clearly people just like me better.
That's true.
So this book came out just this past week, and we're gonna hopefully read it. It's a hardcover graphic novel, an OGN, if you will, from the DC Comics, called Black Canary and Zatanna Bloodspell.
All right.
It is a crossover entirely fueled by the fact that the two characters wear fishnets.
Wait a minute, didn't we read a similar book years ago?
No.
Yeah, we read some DC book that was like two ladies, scantily clad, Catwoman and Batgirl.
Catwoman and Batgirl. Yeah, this is different.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't have fishnets. They just had
exactly.
like half-ripped costumes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. I like fishnets.
Yeah.
We were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, we were.
Because you were drawing Zatanna.
I was drawing Zatanna, yeah.
That was a little spoiler. I just didn't pick up on it.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I've got the cover just sitting out in the living room, too. Oh. You didn't even notice that?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, you're just not picking up on the hints.
No. I need to put more skunk juice on. Then I'll be in the know.
Oh, yeah. So, just came out, written by Paul Dini and drawn by Joe Quinones. And,
cool.
Looking forward to talking about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, then.
All right, buddies.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See ya. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.